Hi, my name is Jake, and I am a bookish drummer. So for this video, I'm going to be discussing my January TBR and MBR, the books that I will definitely read in January, and then some books that I may get to in the month of January. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say besides that for my intro. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So starting off with my January TBR, the books that I will definitely get to in the month of January, the first thing I will mention is The Bazaar of Bad Dreams by Stephen King, which we will be starting on January 8th for, of course, the Stephen King Short Story Book Club. If you're interested, we're basically going to do 1 to 2 short stories a week from this, every week, until we finish it. So starting January 8th, and then this will roll into the month of May, because there are like 20-some short stories in here. So we will have fun with that, and that will conclude with me ranking every short story in here, and then right after that, we will jump into You Like It Darker, which just so happens to come out in the month of May. Also taking place on the Bookish Drummer Discord is Thrill, Chill, or Kill Book Club, where every month we're going to be reading a thriller or a horror book. And for the month of January, we're going to be reading Dead Silence. And I can't remember the author at this moment, but this is going to be a very fun book. It's supposed to be kind of like a sci-fi horror book. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Also taking place on the Bookish Drummer Discord is our read-along for Lightbringer by Brent Weeks. So we're going to be doing one of these books a month, starting in January. We're going to be starting with, of course, book 1, The Black Prism. And then February, March, April, May, we'll do books 2, 3, 4, and 5. And yeah, I'm excited to get to this one. I know it's got a pretty cool magic system. I've read Brent Weeks in the past. Way of Shadows was pretty good. And then that's the only one I've read by him. So excited to check this out. I know Stacy's read books 1 and 2, and she really likes it. She'll have to reread books 1 and 2 because it's been a while since she's read them. And yeah, definitely looking forward to it. And for those of you who don't know, I do have a Patreon, and every month I spin a wheel, and a random Patreon member of mine gets to choose a book for me to read for the next month. And this month's winner was Dyslexicon, and his book that he wants me to read is East of Eden by John Steinbeck. This book has not been on my radar, but now I'm pretty interested in it because a lot of my favorite booktubers, including Ian the Reader, this is his favorite book of all time, and I'm very interested to see why that is. So I will be reading East of Eden in January. This next book I don't have to get to, but I definitely know 100% that I will be getting to it because I'm very excited for it. And that would be The Dragons of Deepwood Finn by, of course, Bradley P. Bulio. And this is the very first book in his new series. I don't know if it's a trilogy or longer than that, but it's called The Book of Holt. And I really don't know too much about it other than it definitely has dragons in it. And yeah, Bradley P. Bulio is the author of one of my favorite series, the Shattered Sands, or Song of Shattered Sands series. Love that series, so definitely excited to check out his newest book. So for this next book, it's going to be a project that I'm doing for this whole year. I made a giant list of all of my unread physical books. I put it on a spreadsheet. That's the word. And every month I'm going to do a random number generator, and whatever book pops up will be the book that I read. I think I made a little video of it, so it'll be right here. So here's my spreadsheet of all of my unread books. I believe there are 142 at last count, and the green ones are ones that I've already read. So if those comes up, I will obviously not read those again. Oh God, not 1,400, 142. So whatever it lands on, unless it's a sequel, I will read. If it hits a sequel, I'll probably just read the first book, but here we go. 119, okay. And these are all just in alphabetical order. 119 is A Slow Fire Burning. So as y'all see, the book that won is A Slow Fire Burning by Paula Hawkins. And this will be an interesting read because I really enjoyed one of her books, Into the Water. I really liked that one. A lot of people did not, but I did. And then A Girl on the Train was all right. I gave that one like 3 stars. A lot of people love it, and it got made into a movie, which was decent. This one, I really don't know what it's about, and I'm excited to try it out. Quick update, I forgot that I'm also going to be reading this in January, The Last Days of Old Sherikai, which is actually a brand new novella by Bradley P. Bulio, which is, of course, the author of 12 Kings and Sherikai, a 6-book series, and previously had 6 novellas, but now it has 7 novellas, and I'm very curious to see what this one is all about. Very excited. And now we're jumping into my January MBR. So all of these books I may or may not get to. They're definitely books that I want to read and that I'm interested in, and just books that I've had for a long time that I need to get to. So let's just jump into those. This one is Last Girl Unghosted by Lisa Unger. This one I think we actually got in the traveling book box, and I need to read this one because even if I do enjoy it, I don't really keep hardcovers, so it would be a good book to unhaul. And I've never read Lisa Unger, so I don't really have any expectations for it. I'm assuming, I don't really know what to assume about this, but I'm going to jump into it, and give it a shot. And I also have a book that I'm genuinely excited for, so probably out of the 4, this is the one that I would most likely get to, and that would be Shards of Earth by Adrian Tchaikovsky. He is definitely turning into one of my favorite sci-fi authors. And this is the start of the Final Architecture series. I don't know if it's a trilogy or not. There's 3 books out, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, don't know what it's about, but it's going to be probably deep space exploration kind of stuff, I'm assuming. I don't know, but I'm going to try it out. And a random book. My dad was a big Kurt Vonnegut fan, and he passed away a few years ago, so I have like a bunch of Kurt Vonnegut books. He's kind of a hit or miss author for me. I've liked some of them, and then others not so much. This one's just a random book that I'm going to try. Timequake by, of course, Kurt Vonnegut. Don't really know what it's about, but I'm going to jump into it and give it a go. And then the last book that I may or may not get to, this one I probably will because I'm also borrowing the audiobook from Libby. That would be Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. Now, I had just read His and Hers for Thrill, Chill, or Kill Book Club. I wasn't a huge fan of that one. A lot of people loved that one. I think I'm going to have a better time with this one. Stacy said that this one was okay, but it's kind of got the similar vibe to like Agatha Christie, like And Then There Were None, which I'm a huge fan of. So it'll be interesting to get her take on this. And I'll see if it's an author that I'm going to like and want to read more of. Yeah. All right. So that concludes my January TBR and MBR. 6 books that I definitely know that I'm going to get to, and then 4 books that I may or may not get to. Usually that's depending on time or mood and what have you. We shall see. What do you guys think of the books in my TBR and MBR? Have you read any of them? Let me know what you think of them down below. Also, do you have any suggestions for books you would like me to get to in the month of January? I may or may not get to them if I have time or excitement level, all that jazzy stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel in the Bookish Drama Discord, where we have a ton of stuff going on, including Thrill, Chill, or Kill Book Club, our read-along for Lightbringer by Brent Weeks, and the Stephen King Short Story Book Club. Or did I say that already? I don't know. We got a ton of stuff going on, so the link down below for the Bookish Drama Discord. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a fantastic day. I also have a book that this next book is not a book that I have to get to, but I know like 100% I'm going to get to it because I'm extremely excited for it. And that would be The Dragons son of a bitch. This next book is going to be a part of a thing that I'm going to be doing every month. I made a giant TBR list of books on